Right here. You can go up front.
Hey everyone. If you're here for the free gifts, just raise your hand. We're here for the free gifts? Cool. My name's Jeff. Just wave your hand around and say hi, Jeff. Cool, you made it. Think we're going to have another snowdemic? Were y'all here last February when yeah, it was bad. It was bad news bears, right? If you're here for the free gifts, everything Sam's has to show and to hand out is over here, okay? I'm not allowed to throw anything at you. I have to be able to reach you to give you the gifts, and I have to keep the aisles clear for safety. So if you have a cart without kids, push your carts into the aisle. Ma'am, I have a VIP spot for you. Drive over here. Oh, you're okay. I'm covered. I got insurance. Everybody else, ladies, if you have a handbag, grab those. You don't want to leave those handbags. And everybody squeeze into the front right here like this. Idea being you can reach the counter. Somebody can get right there. Somebody can go over here. Just fill in a foot line. And we'll do a horseshoe shape all the way to these two back corners. Because the rule is, if I can reach you from here, I can hand you things. If I can't reach you, they don't let me throw it at you, okay? All right, great job, everybody. My name's Jeff, and before we start, I'm supposed to ask you a question. Are you ready? Are you curious, excited, or both? Both is the right answer. She's loud. I can read lips through mouth, so I've been doing this for a while. Okay, item number one. Yeah, come on over. Item number one is worth $5. It's dishwasher safe. If you cook, raise your hand. If you don't cook, you can leave. If you cook, put it in the top drawer in your kitchen. Where you put your favorite knives, okay? This is called the pairing part. Now when I hand these out, raise your hand, you won't take these out of the box. I promise. If somebody took it out of the box one day, they got cut. And I got in trouble. So don't get me in trouble, okay? They're going to be good for strawberries, chocolate. My mom used to peel apples like really fast. I'm like, you're going to cut yourself. But she never did. If you know how to use a knife, that's going to be your go-to knife. They're normally $5, but today they're free. Is free okay with everybody? Who's going to say thank you?
Thank you.
Everyone, of course. Good. Because today Sam's asked for your thanks a little bit differently. I can't give you that advice unless your parents did. They asked for your thanks a little bit differently today. They brought in a brand new product, and I get to show you what it is. I'll be really quick, and then y'all can get on to your day. What you're gonna do. Sound good? Okay, that's item number one. Everybody is going to get one of these in just a few minutes. I'm going to put it right there so you can think about it. What comes after number one? That's right, you're right. Number two. I'm assuming everybody at home has a knife, sort of like this. Your mom have a knife like this? It's got a wooden handle. Maybe it's plastic and it's a little bit loose, and if you're cutting raw meat and then you rinse it off and it's happy birthday time, you're going to cut a cake, you could cross-contaminate some food with that cake, just saying. And if you try to cut a tomato with a knife like this, how do you do it? If you're smart, you stab it. What are you laughing about? If you have a knife like this at home, throw it away. Anyone remember back in the 80s, a commercial with a knife sort of like this? What do you remember about it? Yeah, they would have a nail and they would cut through a nail, they would cut through aluminum, and they would cut through leather. Does anybody have leather on? Okay, we're not going to cut through leather. Sam's asked us to come out here and cut into something harder than leather, harder than aluminum. They want us to cut into the head of a solid steel. Oh, did you see that tomato? Of a solid steel hammer, ma'am. Or, sir, would you check for everybody here? Is that a real hammer? He said it is. Give him a round of applause. Come on, no patty cake. Thank you. All right, before I cut into the hammer, we're going to cut into the tomato. Everybody would squeeze in to the counter and watch our tomato. Can y'all see this? I'll try to do it right up there. We're going to let the carving knife, the weight of the carving knife, do all the work, okay? And look, we're just going to do a few slices. And each time, we get a nice, even cut each and every time. That's how McDonald's gets 7 hamburgers out of 1 tomato. I'm kidding. Oh, that joke was definite. There's no way. Now look at this. You see that? The juice and the seed stayed in the tomato. Can everybody see that? That's a result you can't get with the knife you have at home. Yeah, I just said that. Okay. Now it's the same with bread, right? What kind of a knife do you use to cut bread? A bread knife, yes. Fantastic answer. Some people say that if you cut from the bottom, it'll work better, but it doesn't. If your knife is dull, you squash the bread and there is no peanut butter jelly. Get rid of that. Use your carving knife as a bread knife. There you go. Just making sure you're following. This will cut right through the crust, right through the crumb. And you notice the little tip? It's a serving fork. It's Thanksgiving. Don't forget the green squirrel. Y'all cook on the grill? Use it as a grill fork. Turn your pork chops, your chicken, your sausages, your kielbasa. And it's 3 knives in one then, right? It's a bread knife, it's a carving knife, and it's a serving fork. But the point of a knife is to stay sharp. So let's do this fun thing. We're going to cut into the head of a hammer. And I don't do this to show you that this is a hacksaw blade. Right? It's a carving knife. So everybody, we're going to cut on this part. Squeeze in and look right at our hammer. And I'm going to show you, no matter what you cut with this knife, it's going to stay sharp, okay? Now it would cut all the way through the hammer, but I don't want to keep you here all day. I just want to show you that this knife, no matter what you cut with it, it's going to stay sharp. All right, question. Can everybody see those metal shavings? Okay, you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to figure out where that came from. Either the knife, or the hammer, yes. That came off the hammer, okay? Now, it's not important that we cut into a hammer, is it? What's important is that this knife is guaranteed in writing to stay sharp forever, okay? It's one solid piece. It's not going to have the handle come off. All right, we're going to do one last cut and we'll finish up. It's going to be on wood because wood is the same consistency as bone. Anybody buy bone? Anybody forget to take it out of the freezer? They're like, I thought you took it. No, I didn't take it out. You're supposed to take it out. Now you have a big chunk of frozen meat. Take it out of the freezer and with your carving knife, cut off the portion you need and put the rest back in for another day. Whether it's chicken bone, ham bone, lamb bone, hey, that kind of line. I didn't even mean that. It'll save you some time and money, all right? So you understand, we're just trying to dull the knife. We cut wood, we cut metal. Let's go back to our tomato. Y'all ready? Watch. Let me put on my readers. Not as young as I used to be. All right. Each time we get a nice, even cut. And look, it's like we never took it out of the box. That's 5 years from now, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, serious 50 years down the road. You'd be still going, well, this knife is still sharp. Yes, it is. We guarantee it. Right. This knife will stay sharp. That's it. It's a good job. You guys made it. Give yourself a round of applause. Come on. No patty cake. And everybody's talking. Everyone's clapping because I'm done talking, right? That's how it always is. What is the $1 million question we always get when we show off our knife? Yes, ma'am. How much is it? And where do I get one? Talk to us ever asked. Okay. The good news and the bad news. What do you want first? The bad news is that we don't sell them on the store shelves. You won't walk over to Kitchen and find one of these knives. You can only get them when we're live until we're gone. Once we're gone, well, yeah, you can look on different wherever you like to search. While we're here, though, we partnered up with Sam's, and they're doing a very special event for members. Everybody here is a member. They're going to let us have one of our full tags, meaning it's a $1 piece, and offer it to members for just $66.98. Considering it comes with a lifetime guarantee, who thinks that's a pretty good deal? How would you like a warranty like that on your automobile? How about a marriage? All right, well, we don't shop at Sam's for good deals. At least I don't. I shop here for great deals. Who wants to know what a great deal Sam's is offering today? They said to go ahead and include a second carving knife as part of the $66.98 package. So roughly, that's $120. I think that's pretty good, and it is. Okay. Now, for everybody watching me and laughing at my jokes, we are going to give you a $5 pairing program. Okay. Those are always fun to have. But they also gave us permission to include. Ready? Two $20 full tang stainless steel tip to tip paring knives. Don't loan these out. You want to know why? They won't come back. Not because they don't want to, but whoever's using them is like, I ain't giving these back to Uncle whoever. Don't loan them out. So that's 160, 140. No, wait up. Yeah, 120. Sorry, I had to write down a piece of paper I'm reading it. 120, 140, 160. That's a pretty good deal. Those of you that said you had one of these at home, what you're going to do when you get home is throw it out. Okay, take it to Goodwill. Because they gave us, that's bad. They gave us permission to include the workhorse. This is, does anyone know what kind of knife this is? This is chef's knife. Yeah, it's a chef knife. This is the meat cleaver. You can use it to chop cilantro, jalapenos, onions. Keep your fingers if you don't know how to keep them out of the way. These retail, like all of our bigger knives, $66.98, but today for Sam's Club members, they said include it. So you get that. Now we're looking at 120, 140, 160, $220 value. It's still just $66.98. I can hardly stand it. Who knows what this knife is? Nobody? Come on, y'all are in Texas. It's a fillet knife. I'm teasing you, okay? A good fillet knife should have a flexible blade. That way you can get under the skin. Watch this tomato. You get right under the skin of the fish. You like chicken fillets? Make your own chicken fillets. You'll save a few dollars a pound. I'm going to go back in here and fillet our fillet. Look at that. Try that with your knives at home. I don't know if it'll work. Good luck. These retail by themselves, like the Carver, $66.98. But today, for any of you that are here watching, they said just to keep. Now we're looking at 120, 140, 160, 220, $280. Guaranteed cut rate is $66.98. And we have one last item, and this is very special. You won't find this in any store shelf ever, okay? This is called RoboLisc. Say hi, RoboLisc. The way he works, if you have carpal tunnel, arthritis, don't worry. Put your hand flat, push it up and down. It's spring-loaded, okay? Pretend this is 3 tablespoons of milk. 1% milk, you can whip it up. Y'all do cafe mochas or lattes? How much is a latte? A lot of money, right? About $6. You can whisk milk. You can get lumps out of gravy if your in-laws have lumpy gravy. Use it. You can do your pudding mixes. I like to make French onion dip. You know how to do that? With sour cream and a bag of liquid French onion. It's so good. Anything you want to whisk really quick, these retail for $30. Watch it, because it'll walk out of the house. If your family members are like mine, yeah. They retail for $30, lifetime guarantee, same stainless steel. But today, it's part of the package. And that's it. Over $310 value today for you, $66.98. When you open it up, it's going to be in a box like this. The first thing you're going to see, it's not laminated, but the first thing you're going to see is the guarantee. Take a picture of it or file it in a cabinet so you always know where that is. In this box, you're going to get 2 of the $66 carving knives. You get our chef's knife, okay? You're going to get 2 of the $20 paring knives and the fillet knife. That one is my favorite. And of course, Robo-Whisk didn't make it on the front of the box. He's in there, he's on the back. That's over $300 value today, $66.98. Who wants to take the first one home? Just raise your hand. There you go, ma'am. Over $300 value. They are dishwasher safe. We're guaranteeing that they will never rust, okay? Anybody else have a question? Who eats, ma'am, do you eat beef? Do you eat beef? These are steak knives. They're serrated just like the carver, okay? We have a request by Sam. They said, hey, people are always asking after you guys leave, do you have a butcher block to put these in? We do. This is the butcher block, okay? You put it in a drawer because you want to save counter space. Like my wife's like, we have too many gadgets. You get all the knives I just showed you, and then some. 6 steak knives. You can see they're right in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steak knives. You put your Robo-Whisk. You have your fillet knife, your chef's knife, your 2 little paring knives, and of course the carvers. Everything fits. You put it in a drawer and it's out of the way. Comes in a package like this. It's a 16-piece set. This is $399 value, but today, for anybody that lets me know you want one, it's just $129. The same. If you cook, if you need a birthday gift, a wedding gift, it's here for you. Did everybody get a set that needs one? If we need a set, we have some left. We are going to hand out free gifts. These are free. These are not free. These are $66.98. You pay for it at the register or the Scan and Go app, okay? If you walk out the door without paying for these, that's called shoplifting. I don't want to confuse anybody or get you in trouble. If you need a set, that'll be right up there for you. We're going to hand out free gifts to everybody. If you're here for the free gifts, Robo-Whisk is going crazy. Or if you want to ask questions about the complete set, you can do that. All right. These are free. They're yours. This one is for you. There you go. The knives are just $66.98. If you need a set, please let me know or just come and pick one up. Did you got a set? Did you get a knife, sir? That's all I got. If you have any questions, again, my name is Jeff. If you need a knife set, you're welcome. Have a good week. Stay warm.